I'll start by saying this. I could have been on this list because I went and played it at one of the Boston events, and I met DJC, Panda Sub, Atari Creep, Tommy, Saggy, Rab. So I met them guys, and I came out of there. I went in there critical because that's why I got invited by Tommy, because I had put out a couple critical videos from the middle when I was in the middle, which I sort of still am, but I'm more on the hate side now, I guess you want to say, because the pro side pushed me out. I mean, the way they act and the way they're still on board with this, I couldn't take it anymore. Anyway, that's for a different story. But getting back to this tier thing, I'm going to fix this list up for Smash. Right off the bat, I'm going to tell you that he's missing a couple key players. He's missing Turbo Joe and Atari Creep. Right off the hop, he's missing those two guys. Now, this is on YouTube channels. This doesn't include viewers, of course. But there's a lot of viewers of these channels that you can consider part of the cult that join the chats and make comments and are being fooled as well by their YouTube channels. Some of them are from the middle that go either way. They join hate chats, and then there's some that strictly go to these YouTubers for information, and they enjoy being misled by these YouTubers. But as he starts the tiers, I'll forward some when he starts talking about them. But he's very, very off on this tier list. Very off. And I think it's because he was in the cult. Unlike me, who was never considered part of the cult. Because on my little YouTube channel, I gave people the information that I really thought. It wasn't biased. There was reasons I could have been biased. But I spoke the truth from the beginning. Going to the event and playing it didn't change it for me. Okay, so right off the hop here, that's the difference between me and Smash JT, is I was never part of the cult. So anyway, he puts himself expelled. So I'm okay with that. But now this guy that he's putting up now, Mike Mullis, he's got that one right, straight to the top. I haven't met Mike, but I don't really care for him. I mean, I was subscribed to him before, and I liked watching the videos of him and his son opening those retro boxes, which I'm not really a big fan of. But I do like watching people get burned, I guess. Anyway, Mike, I don't know him that great, but I don't like his attitude. And I heard from what I know, he's very trigger happy and he's very critical against criticism on the Amico. So he's got that right. Straight to the top, Mike Mullis. This guy here, Francois, like I said, I'll forward through some of this because some of you have already seen Smash's video. Francois, he reminds me more of a Turbo Joe, where he's kind of trolling in his videos. Yeah, he acts like he's a fan, and which he probably is, but he goes over the extremes, doesn't really show much content or anything, just kind of like walks up and down streets and says how great it is. And so that's the first one he's got wrong. I would put Francois, that guy Francois, he's not a cult member, so he shouldn't be, he's not really a cult member. and he's got him at the top. I would put him more at like B level, C level. Saggy is the Smurfette. I've always said all along. She's the Smurfette of the cult. And he's got that one way off as well, because he's excusing her because she's still at the top, as far as I'm concerned. Once a cult member in that structure, she's been to both of the events. Yes, I know she does it for the drama with both sides, but she has always strongly backed up that she's not giving up on the guys from the pro side, and that she's still with Tommy, and she'll never not, even if she doesn't even get the system. So regardless, Saggy goes to the top, and he's got her at the bottom. No way. Saggy deservingly gets the top. This guy here, he used to join the chats more like a year ago. Recently, he hasn't been joining the chats. He's from the UK, I believe. He's not necessarily a cult member. He was someone that was on board with it and a big fan of it, liked the idea. But I wouldn't put him, I think he puts him at the top. He doesn't go to the top. He's got that one wrong. Where's he got him? Oh, yeah, he put him at the top. No. He's, I would say he's more with Francois, but not at the top where he's got him. And the other people he just did, they were at the Retro Bros basement, the Next Level Gaming or whatever that is, that he put A. Those guys I'm not too familiar with. But I would put them, I mean, I know they were at the basement, and they've been doing a podcast lately, but I think they're kind of trolling for views. So I would put them at about the C level as well, and he's got them at A. So, oh, Go Game Go. He's got him at B. I would say he's a CB. I think he's more of a C, because he got into the original television because of DJC and Papa Pete, and he was kind of like on board with them. He's a small YouTuber. And now the guy he just did, DJC, we don't need to explain. He's got that one right. Probably number one in some ways. And that guy right next to him, Nick, which I believe he puts lower, he deserves to be right at the top with DJC. You see it right there. So I don't know how Smash could put Nick lower. I know DJC's over the top, but Nick is just as on board. He's been since day one. And he was at the Philadelphia event. And he's been on board. He joins all of DJC's chats. He doesn't put amico videos on his channel, which is probably why Smash put him lower. But, oh, here's another one, OEBP. He kind of reminds me of the same thing. He was on board with it, and he was pumping out videos after videos like 2 years ago, a year and a half ago. He stopped doing it on his channel because he was covering his other toys. But he would have been on board if this thing was released. If this thing had been released, the Amico, in the last year or the last 6 months, he would have been all over it. He'd probably reopen his channel if the Amico comes out. So I wouldn't excuse him at all. He excludes him, but I wouldn't exclude him. He's probably should be at the top with DJC, but because he was doing that at one time over the top, he stopped doing it because he had a lot of other toys to play with that were actually out, and he's kind of critical when when he doesn't get his way and things come out. So that's why he stopped. But he would always join DJC's chats, and he'd donate in Mike Mouse's chat. So OEB doesn't get a pass with me. I would say he goes up to A, at least A, if not the top. Papa Pete, I kind of agree where he's got Papa Pete, because Papa Pete doesn't cover the Amigo on his channel as well. He showed a couple videos when he got the physical stuff. Same with Go Game Go. But Papa Pete won't talk about it on his channel. But on Mondays with DJC, if it comes up, he'll just kind of, DJC will be like, oh, when we get our founders, and he'll go along and go, oh, I got 3 of them, and this and that. I got, you know what I mean? So he kind of jumps. So, I mean, I would put Papa Pete probably there, or A. Not the top, though. The S tier. I wouldn't put him up there. But an A, B. And who did he just do there? Who was that he just did?
I would put him based off of this hearsay.
Who's that last one he just did? I gotta go back a little bit here. Who's the one he just did while I was talking? Which would be this box right here.
The cult knows this about him, but I would imagine that part of the television story.
Oh, he's doing pop-up. Oh, he's doing OEB right now. So it's after OB. Okay, so he puts OBB there. I got OBB at A. Pop-up Pete, I was okay with. Now, oh, okay, so who's this next one he was working on? This one.
A part of me, I haven't spoken to him about this, but a part of me feels like he just hopes and wishes this all just goes away.
Who's this? This is the one I'm unsure of. Who is this?
That's when him and I were under the same impression.
Oh, is this,
Passion for the old school games.
Oh, this must be
We'll put him in the
Riggs. John Riggs. That's where I would put John Riggs. I put him in the D section. Because he did that a couple videos like 2 years ago when they played it with Metal Jesus and stuff, but he hasn't really spoke about it since. He showed the video on the physical things, and he covers a lot of things though, but definitely he doesn't join the chats. And oh yeah, so John Riggs I would put at like the D level where he's got him. That's yeah, that's correct on that. So right now, the things that I don't agree with is Francois and this guy here. They go down to B or C. Mike, DJ's right. OEB has to come up to A or maybe even S. Saggy has to come up to S.
Not too familiar with his channel.
These two you can leave there.
I would put him based off of just hearsay. And
so who's this now?
Podcast being a part of the situation. I'm gonna put him.
Who's him?
Tier. I'm gonna put him in the B tier, and that makes me rethink this. I'm gonna move Go Game Go, and I'm gonna.
All right, so now he's moving them down. Or I would have left them at B, or C's okay. But who's that last one he just did?
And I think we need to.
Was that that might have been Panda.
But right now, he knows the reality.
Panda doesn't get a pass with me either.
I would put him based off of just hearsay and him appearing on podcasts, being a part of the situation. I'm gonna put him.
Yeah, this is Panda he's doing.
I'm going to put him in the B tier. And that makes me rethink this. I'm gonna move Go Game Go.
Panda goes up to A,
Move Papa Pete down to the C.
possibly S,
They're just in it for the passion of beat.
because he was on board with DJC and Saggy, and he constantly appears on DJC's Wednesdays, either on the chat or in the chat.
Level 857 defending in comments of Nintendo Life, or the people that are
So Panda doesn't get a pass. He's got him at B. I would put him. Slopes I'm not familiar with. I know he had an interview with Tommy,
I enjoy his content. Good dude.
but Slopes I would probably put him at D or C maybe.
And wish for the best.
That's about where he puts him.
Now we see where it really is.
This next guy, Rab, right to the top.
I don't want to put him in the expelled category.
I met him in Boston. Good guy.
He's like, if there was like a way to
As far as a person, but as far as an amico cult,
becoming a scam,
he goes right up to the top because he's constantly on DJC's chats, giving information on the positive side, backing this thing up financially, figures, and everything. You can respect them, but you're being biased by not putting them at the top. Because Rab's definitely an S cult member, even though he doesn't even do content on his channel. So you don't give him back. These people here, he's got way too high. These people are trolls. Like, they're doing it for the clicks. They went to Pennsylvania and they played it in, but they're not cult members like Mike and DJC. That's why I said they go lower. These two could go to B. Panda goes either up to A or S. I would put Panda S because he was right in there with them.
But he's somewhere between.
No. No way. No B tier for Rab. Rab goes right here.
Anything like that, and I do think he's.
Nah.
This is all subjective.
Yeah, it is subjective. Because Rab goes here, no doubt. These two don't belong with Mike and DJC. There's no way these two guys belong with those two guys. These guys you can drop down. This one right here, Smurfette, she goes right to the top. Smurfette goes all the way up here. Rab goes up here.
I haven't seen him push the.
This guy here, who's this?
And with some of the conversations I'd had with him, I put him somewhere. Just like
bacon ice cream?
Somewhere between the D and expelled category.
Bacon ice cream? He's more like here, B.
So I think that puts him in the.
Who is this guy here? I'm not really familiar with him. Oh, he's doing Panda now, so that must have been.
Oh man!
That must have been bacon ice cream. So maybe he's got him right.
Team Amico.
Or A, he should be. But this guy, he's got very wrong. OEB goes right up here or here in the A. Oh, Panda made those huge.
But he has definitely seen the writing on the wall.
He sees the writing on the wall because he was really never in it. He was just a follower. He needed friends. So he kind of was joining DJC, still kind of mingling with them. Still shows up on the chats. I don't know why you're even thinking of putting Panda that low. There's no freaking way you could put Panda that low. Panda goes to the A or the S.
I don't know.
Yeah, he doesn't do much coverage besides those 2 or 3 long videos he made that were epic. But that was shilling for Tommy after he met him. So he was shilling big time. So how can you put Saggy and Panda at D? There's no way. How can you put Saggy and Panda with John Riggs? That doesn't make any sense, Smash. This guy, even though I'm not too familiar with him, he went away for a while.
I mean,
But
I'm
he
not
is,
scared
but
to
he is
say
an
that
S.
based off of reaction.
He is an S. I just don't know him good enough as an S. I know him more as an A, but it's fine to put him up there. He doesn't join the chats. He doesn't make 100 videos, so I wouldn't even put him there. Even though he wants to be there, I would put him in the A. Nick, how can you put Nick there? Nick goes straight to the top with DJC and Mike. These guys go hand in hand. Mike, Nick, and DJC. And Rab. That's the top of the cult. Panda you could put there too, because if Panda had his choice and this thing was released, Panda would be right up there with them. Panda's just calmed down a little bit because he was kind of a middle person who didn't have a founders, but loved the cult. He did love the cult. He does love the cult.
Because, in my opinion, this is all they have on YouTube. This is what they've grown to because of Intellivision. And they need that to stay together, because without it, they have nothing else.
Yeah. So Nick goes here. I don't know why you can lower. This guy, TJ, you won't see him on any of the chats. He'll just, he's in the chats. He'll come in. Hi, guys. This guy's a moron. The only thing I have in common with him is that that his first system was the Odyssey 2. Other than that, this guy right here, he runs the Facebook channel, and he got critical. I got critical with somebody. No, someone got critical with me on his Facebook page. I mentioned this before, and this guy blocked me, and very, very trigger happy. But he doesn't appear on any of the chats. He appears in the chats, typing. Yeah, I guess you could put him there. He doesn't deserve S because he's not around enough on YouTube with these guys. So that's a good place for TJ. But now, Smash, this is what I'm saying. You're messing up. How can you put Nick with him? Nick definitely goes up here. He goes down here with TJ. Oh, retro, bro? Why are you even... Dude, why are you even covering his ass? Yes, he has stopped putting stuff only because he did realize, but he knows everything behind the scenes because Tommy's his friend. So he's just being quiet. He goes to the top. Yes, that's where he should be. See, this is where you're making a mistake. You don't bring him down. You keep him right up here. Just because he stopped making content, just because he stopped lying to his viewers, he will occasionally go on there and keep lying to his viewers. Or he'll go on DJC's channel and write something in the chat, misinformation in the chat, where Mike has to correct them. And then that's a misleading thing. So I don't know, Smash, why you're playing with him. He just goes right to the top. And I'll do a final analysis. And now the two that he's missing is Atari Creep. Smash, you forgot Atari Creep, and you forgot Turbo Joe. Turbo Joe, very important guys you missed here. You missed Turbo Joe, who's more of he kind of trolls a little bit over the top because of Darius, but Turbo Joe is still an A. He may not be an S because he doesn't mingle with DJC and Mike and Nick, but he does mention this goon a lot from the Facebook page. But that's where you put Turbo Joe. You put him with TJ, and Nick goes up here. Turbo Joe goes here in the A. Atari Creep, same thing, either A or S on Atari Creep, because Tommy saved his life. The Amico saved his life, and Tommy's a great friend of his. So,
I appreciate you. Enjoy the rest of your day, and as always, you stay smart.
Okay, now we'll stop. We're gonna bring this back. We're gonna go back to the final tier.
I feel like I was very cool.
We're going to freeze it. He's done with his video. So here we go. I'll fix this up for all yous. I'll start from the bottom. Him, right there, Smash JT, even though he got out, he was at one time right there because he was invested and he was mingling with all these guys in a bathtub. He would have been right here at one time. So I guess he puts himself here now. So that's fine. That's his decision. And that's what he did. But that's not the same story for the rest of these guys. So that's fine. We'll leave that there. But here, I don't know if he wanted to put someone there because he needed company. But he definitely doesn't get a pass. Even though he got rid of his channel, he has covered it in the past. He would have been on board with it if it had come out. And if it does come out tomorrow, he will come out with his channel again. He will reopen his channel because he'll have his new toy. So he goes either A. I'll say, okay, so we could put him at A now. At one time, he was an S. But OEB is still an A. So where he's got this definitely, I'll tell you who he's got right at the top. Mike Mullis and DJC. Those are the only two that he got right out of these guys. He wants to be there, but he doesn't deserve to be there because he doesn't talk enough about it. He doesn't make videos about it enough, and he doesn't join the chats. So he would be an A. So the ones that he missed here on the top is Nick. His ass belongs up here. So Nick should go up here. Rab should go over here. Retro Bro should go over here. So these three right here go up here in these three spots. And then Saggy goes up here. Panda goes up here or here. OEB comes up here with TJ. Turbo Joe would go here with TJ. Atari Creep would go here with TJ. So that's what he's missing there. Bacon Ice Cream could almost come up, but we could leave him there. Actually, Bacon Ice Cream belongs with Go Gamer and Papa Pete. So either bring him down or bring them up. So these two should take these two spots. These two go up here. This guy comes down to A or even B. These two come down to B. Like I said, you got to add Turbo Joe and Tari Creep here. These two come up here. Those two go up. They need to be with Bacon Ice Cream. Saggy needs to come up here with her cult. John Riggs you could leave there. Him you could leave there. Him I guess you could leave there because I'm not familiar with him. But Panda's up there. OEB comes up to A or here. And that's about it. That's what you got wrong. There's a lot wrong on that list. I love the idea, Smash. And I love the idea, but you did miss a couple key guys. And you did miss a lot of spots. Because these guys, lastly, these guys don't belong here. They belong more with, like here in the B. Well, actually, not even that. They belong more in the C once they come up. They're actually the only C once you move these two guys with Bacon. And there you have it. So I love the idea. Nice try. But I fixed it up for you a little bit. I hope you all understand what I was saying. So in the S category, there would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's at least 8 members that go up here. The big eight. The big eight go up there, excluding these two guys and this guy. He comes down here. And there you have it. There's my outtake. There's my reaction to Smash's tears. And let's not forget here that these are the YouTubers. Now, there's plenty of cult members in those comments and in those chats when the pro side puts out videos. There's plenty of trolls. I'm not going to name them, but as a viewer, you know what people I'm talking about. The ones that constantly comment, the ones that constantly agree, the ones that constantly feed into it, that support these channels. There's plenty of viewers, let's not forget, that are part of the